everybody, and welcome to the Simple Cooking with Heart Kitchen. And tonight we have a very special show. It's John's Hopkins Cook with a Doc series, and I have a very special guest here tonight. This is Seth. I'm going to call you Seth Martin. Oh no, that is your name, right? Yeah. I want to say Seth Myers because I have Saturday Night Live on the brain. But Dr. Seth is a cardiologist with Johns Hopkins Medicine. And he is also an incoming president of our board. So we are totally honored and excited that you took the time out of your, not very busy schedule at all, and has a 2-year-old to come and cook with me tonight.
Thank you.
I'm really, really excited. And this is a great recipe, totally easy. We're grilling, right? We got a holiday coming up. So we're going to be grilling. We're going to have a grill cook-off. Seth is doing tofu and I'm doing chicken. And then we're making this really cool tequila, chipotle, lime marinade that is going to not marinate in for very long, but hopefully long enough. And then we have some wonderful heart-healthy fresh vegetables that we're going to grill along with it. So it's going to be smoking in here very shortly. But first I want to make sure we get started on the right foot, and that is wash your hands. So I hopefully through all of this blah, 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 you have washed your hands already. I know I did about 15 times today. He's a doctor, so I'm sure his hands are clean. Second of all, I hope you guys have your mise en place, fancy word, ingredients, stuff in place. So we have it all spread out here, and a wonderful team out there helping us get it all together today. It looks really beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's make sure we're holding our knife properly. Might as well get that out of the way. A lot of people think they're holding it correctly, and you're not. We do the pinching the blade technique. So you put your thumb on the blade all the way at the end by the handle, and your other pointer finger on the other side. So you should be able to see you're pinching it, be balanced, and then your other 3 fingers go around the handle. And this is the most comfortable, safest way to hold your knife. Some knives, my knife actually has a nice little indentation here. Try not to do this. This is, a lot of people just want to do that. They just sort of gravitate to putting their finger on it. Dangerous. You're just begging for an accident. Your finger can slip off and you can cut it. And then remember, with the other hand, it's real attractive, you do the claw thing. So make sure everything's curled under, thumb back, and that way you're only, the blade is only touching your knuckles. This, well, unless your fingernails are really long, you could do some damage to your fingertips, which I certainly know I have. So yeah, go like that if you can. Right?
The claw.
The claw. And you'll see I only changed this maneuver once, and that's when I'm mincing garlic or when I'm mincing cilantro.
Okay.
So we got to get started with our marinade. And that is going to require some lime zest. So you should have some limes right here. And you know how limes are really hard, and it's very hard to get the juice out of them. Remember quite how much lime zest we want, but you definitely need to zest the limes before you juice them. These ones are pretty hard, so they haven't been rolled like this. Now we're doing the rolling. This is my stress getting out all the time. It's good exercise too, right?
That's a good point. Yeah,
it's just really good exercise.
I hadn't thought of it as a stress reliever.
It's a stress reliever, and then you've got
that's part of
lime juice, later. Now I love the zest because it is so full of antioxidants. And what's better, zest in our life, and zest in our recipes. It adds,
opens it up.
Yeah. Adds zest.
Yeah, it's fun.
Makes it more alive, opens it up. Yeah, that's a really good term. And then it's packed with the nutrients. So don't waste your lime. Just get the zest And so we have our fabulous microplanes.
Okay,
If you don't have one of these at home, I will give you one to take home. This one's cool. You still have this. This is actually just slides back and forth. So if you want it super fine,
uh-huh.
that's the super fine side. So then hold that up. And then if you want it thicker,
This is a safety device there? Is that,
I guess so you're not,
Okay.
you know,
yeah,
grating your hand on one side. I don't have it because, yeah, I'm gonna be,
because you're chef.
you know, I'm gonna be super safe.
Yeah.
So sometimes these are really sharp.
Uh-huh.
It's a carpenter's tool.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
That's
So you
what,
gotta be careful.
you have to be careful. You used to not be able to, I'm gonna date myself here. You used to not be able to find these. You'd actually have to go to a hardware store
Oh, wow.
to get the microplanes, but now they're everywhere. So I like to put this against me, which
Okay,
gives me some leverage and holds it still. That's
okay,
why it has rubber on the end,
okay,
right? And then I grab this and I'm just gonna slide it down and kind of roll it as I do it. And then I move it and I just take that all the way around. So try not to go too far into that white stuff. You don't want the white. Okay, maybe yours is dull. Here, try mine. Don't want you with the dull
let me see.
Chef, what if someone doesn't have one of those at home? What can they use?
one. A grater. Just, yeah, you know, those old fashioned graters, they have a real fine one that looks like it's gonna rip things to shred. How's that one working?
Yeah,
for you?
this
Better?
one's sharper, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we need about, I want to say a teaspoon.
Okay,
So I think that's plenty right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my, we're gonna be marinating in these beautiful earthenware dishes. So we're gonna go ahead and put it right in the dish,
right into the dish.
right
Okay.
into the dish. But
I can throw it in.
we'll
with
have to
the-
move your tofu.
Okay,
Okay, let me see. Give me that tofu. We'll move it right here for now.
okay,
And then we'll put it back in.
thank you,
There you go.
chef.
The foam.
We have that tofu tonight as a nice option for those that prefer to have a non-meat based
It,
option.
exactly, and it's, all the options are, there's so many of them out there.
Yeah.
We were,
You can experiment and just do what works for you, yeah.
it's a marinade. I mean, what can't be marinated, right? All right, so we started with
Okay.
that. And now we got our, notice how I use the knife sort of as the carrier. Oh. There, we don't want there. Put that over there.
Okay.
Now we need some juice. It
Okay,
actually says to juice a half a cup of lime
that's a lot,
juice. No kidding. I'm like,
but we like lime.
we're gonna
Yeah,
be here all
yeah.
night juicing lime. I don't think he wants to be here all night. Did you roll that one? Is it soft enough?
It's quite soft, yeah. I'll roll some more though.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe
you
I'll
want
put-
it as soft as possible.
I might put a little in my water too while we're
I
at
think
it.
that's probably a good idea, or you could put a little in your tequila.
You want
Now, I thought I had two of these.
that good?
Yeah, that's great, that's great. Do you ever use this to juice?
No,
Okay.
but I'm excited to.
Now, there was another one, did y'all, I thought I bought another one. Alex? Were there two of these, or did I lose it on the set already?
No,
Two?
Can we share?
no, just one.
Only one. I'll share.
We'll sharing. is
So
cool.
go ahead. I
Okay.
bought a new one, but I thought maybe I didn't pack the one that's at the house. That's okay. So you just go ahead and cut it in half.
Okay,
Beautiful.
but make sure I use the right technique, so I got it.
Well, it's, do the best you can. It's-
I can hold it like that.
That absolutely straddle it, if that you're more comfortable doing that. That
Okay.
is perfectly safe.
All right,
Now, and I love these. Get your bowl so we can squeeze it in there.
this full here.
Yay,
Okay.
jeez. And we're gonna use this, because trust me. And actually, this is what I did. Goes it that way. Whatever the way you think it should go, do the opposite.
The opposite.
So that would be the opposite, right?
so-
Yes.
So here we have
Yeah,
the part we cut facing down.
correct.
Okay,
Remember, because I guess that's where,
that's where
It
the juice
works.
is gonna flow out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was doing it the wrong way the whole time. I was like so embarrassed, and someone's like, Stephanie, this is how you do it. I would just do it, by hand.
So we're getting some
Actually, can
good
you,
lime juice.
yeah,
Okay,
and I'm gonna make you do all of the squeezing. See, that's pretty good, right?
this
Easy.
works really well.
It
It's
works
super
really
easy.
well.
Yeah,
You wanna put some in the water? There we go.
that sounds
It's gonna
good.
make it tart.
Chef, someone in the chat recommended that if you don't have a juicer like that, you can cut it in half and use tongs to just squeeze it and juice it out. That's what they use.
That works too. Or a reamer. Anybody has a reamer? You wanna do one more?
Yes, please. This is fun. So we'll steal a little bit for your water.
I brought, can you grab me my old fashioned glass, a glass one? That was my grandmother's.
So far we did 3.
You're good.
halves.
This, the juicer, right there in front of you. That glass thing with the pointy. This was a juicer when I was growing up,
Uh-huh.
right?
I've seen that before, yeah.
Oh, yeah, oh, thank God, I've
Yeah.
seen it before. At your mother's, in the drawer, nobody uses it. This is,
I remember it being like a plastic kind of yellow or orange color or something, but yeah.
That's funny. There we
Okay, do you want me to do any more?
Oh, you're gonna leave, you
We're
leave that,
okay
you
for
need
now.
more. Okay, so I am not gonna go around squeezing a half a cup here, so we're good.
Okay,
No, it's fine, because we're cheating. We got some,
pre-made lime.
we have some fresh, thank you, our executive sous chef, half a cup, it's 4 to 6 lines, so we're not gonna stand here, you have yours right there. So we're just gonna pour this in, so we did one, so you can save a little bit,
Mine here,
correct,
pour all of it in.
for all of it.
Okay, lots of lime juice. This is gonna be
Lots of lime juice,
very
we're gonna need it.
lime. This is good dish for this weather, with the weather warming up.
Well, what was Saturday? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Like 90 degrees?
yeah.
And then storms last night, I was like freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay, just don't distract me, because I'm gonna forget what we have to do. We need some garlic. Can't
Okay,
have too much garlic, so you can move that over. Here's a couple things of garlic for you, couple things for me.
okay.
Now, garlic again is one of those things, everybody has their special way of doing garlic. And I know some people have trouble doing a lot of mincing with their hands, me being one of them, my hand's starting to hurt sometimes. So it's absolutely fine to use a garlic press. I do not poo-poo garlic press. I do prefer that you use fresh garlic versus garlic powder. For the main reason is that, garlic is the bulb of life.
Mhm.
And fresh garlic has an amazing amount of, vitamins, and nutrients, and I mean, nonas in Italy eat a whole garlic clove a day. So
Yeah.
it's really good for you. I don't know all the benefits, but just trust me. And you don't get any of that from powdered garlic. You do get it from the crystals, garlic crystals.
Mhm.
So that's cool.
Uh-huh.
But then there's garlic everywhere now. You can squeeze it out of it too,
Mhm.
which is fine. It's just there's other chemicals and stuff. So if you,
It's interesting what you mentioned about the powdered garlic. I mean, in general, I think we try to push from a cardiology standpoint, try to focus on getting as much fresh ingredients as possible.
Yeah.
So, trying to have at least half the plate or something made up of using fresh, produce. So that's it's interesting to hear that about the
eat a rainbow. So, I mean, we
all
have
the colors.
the entire rainbow here. And, people will say, oh, well, I can't, get fresh garlic. Well, if you can't, then definitely, use the powder and not garlic salt. Okay, that's where we really have to try to encourage people to use the garlic powder and the onion powder, not the salt.
Not the salt, because we want to try to keep our sodium low.
We-
Although salt is hidden, the
Yeah.
biggest source of salt for people is
Fast food?
fast food, processed foods, and so
Processed
forth. So it's that the added salt is actually less of the issue, but certainly we want to keep the total amount below 2,000 or 1,500 milligrams per day.
Which is like one big hamburger somewhere.
Yeah.
I won't
Yeah,
name any names.
Right. This is key for a heart healthy diet, keeping our blood pressure.
Right, but
In
we
a
need
good
some
range.
salt.
Yeah, we need
I mean-
some. Yeah.
But salt can come and so naturally in a lot of the, fresh products. But whatever you're doing, when you're cooking at home.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's going to be less salty. It's gonna
Yeah.
be less sodium than if you were getting it at a restaurant.
You can control it at home. Yeah.
Much better. So we are allowed to add a little bit of salt when we're cooking at home. We actually have a little bit of, I have a little bit of salt out here. Actually,
Where
I have some beautiful salt. I figure, if we're gonna add our own salt, I'm gonna add some good salt. But let's get this garlic going, because I want my marinade.
how do we do this?
See this dried up snubby thing? Thank y'all.
Usually I just cut that off. Is
Yes,
that wrong?
exactly. No,
Okay.
you're absolutely right. You're
Okay.
laying it down flat and you're cutting off that nubby end
Okay.
on both of them.
Okay.
So you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Perfect. And now I'm gonna lay my knife flat on top of it with the blade facing away from me.
Okay.
Hold on to it good. And with my other hand, I'm gonna come down.
With your.
I'm not gonna rest on it and push.
Mhm.
I mean, if you can't come down on it, yes, that's fine. Just bang it. You should hear a smush,
Mhm.
and then the skin, the paper comes
Just
right
comes
off.
right off.
That's supposed to. There we go. Smash it. Smash it good. That's what I like to do. It's
Very-
sticky, but it's wonderful.
I knocked my other one onto the
Uh-oh.
floor. But I have another one here.
Good. Hello, bye-bye. Floor's clean. 2-second rule. You got it. All right, what do you say to your son when he drops stuff off the floor?
Uh,
Do
he,
you let him pick it up and eat it?
he dropped stuff on the floor a lot.
Cheerios,
Cheerios, yeah, he literally did that earlier today.
And you pick
and
it up
then,
and eat it?
he did, no, he usually just leaves it there.
He just
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'd pick it up and eat it.
Yeah, but I did pick it up later.
You
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
and you ate it, right?
yeah, some of them, yeah. They're made out of whole grains, which is good, something we push
Right.
for in a heart healthy diet. is
Absolutely.
Having whole grains.
Thank goodness they
It's-
have
yeah.
whole grain cereals
Yeah.
now, because just regular flour really doesn't have any nutritional value in it at all. White, bleached.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm gonna try to be healthier. Definitely want to get whole grain.
Whole grains.
All right, so this is the fun. Here, you can
Okay.
go ahead and put your trash in here with your
Okay,
garlic
thank you.
trash. And you've got a bowl down there for your limes, or I'll take your limes. Gotta keep our station neat there, doctor.
And functional, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the same way. Now, this is where I changed my grip a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of relax my right hand,
Okay.
and then I have the tip down, and I'm kind of holding it down with my fingers. Everything's flat and flat. And then I'm just gonna go up and down and over it, back and forth, and sweep it. If there's a dark green thing in your garlic, if you can, you might want to take that out,
Okay.
because that, it's growing, and it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit bitter. And did you know you can stick the whole head of garlic in the freezer?
In the freezer.
Just like that. Just throw it in the freezer, and then you can get off, a clove whenever you need
Whenever
it.
you need it.
Yeah,
That way it stays fresh. So you put the whole thing in there.
but
and
the
then-
whole thing.
And then you take it out earlier that day or something.
Oh, it doesn't take long. I mean, you
Doesn't
can
take
almost
long.
work in a frozen state.
Oh, wow.
You can, just use your microplane.
Uh-huh.
And it's like snow. I do that with ginger all the time. So,
How did I do?
looks pretty good. I mean, oops, darn good there. Darn it all. Darn Yankees. Yes, I am a sailor. What can I say? I mean, it doesn't have to be too fine. but there's
Okay.
some tricks to it. Some, if you wanted it more minced, more of a, like a puree, you smush it. It really helps if you sprinkle just a little bit of salt on there,
Mhm.
because the salt actually, acts as a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not emulsifier. Kind of
I'm
helps.
not sure.
Yes.
You're the chef.
Smash it up a little bit. It breaks it down. It's like an abrasive,
Mhm, mhm.
so it helps. Great, garlic. Check.
So,
So use your knife here carefully,
okay,
and then plop that into your bowl.
into our bowl, okay.
Into the bowl. Okay, we must add our tequila. That goes in there too. Híjole caramba.
That's gonna burn off during the cooking.
Of course, we'll be
but-
cooking, it burns off.
So
Well, you might have to taste it, make sure it's good.
we have,
You have, if you don't want to use tequila, which is fine, but it does have a nice flavor. But when you're cooking, it's all gonna burn off, right?
right,
You could also use white vinegar,
that's another option.
yeah,
It's good. to-
or white wine, or any kind of vinegar. Actually, there's some really nice vinegars out there now. I mean, you could totally change this up into many different directions.
Experiment, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
like I find sometimes when we're cooking at home, we just are missing an ingredient or something that we
Right.
need, so it's fine to
Substitute.
mix it up,
Yeah,
yeah.
be adventurous.
Just go for it, yeah.
Go for it,
As
yeah.
long as you have a lot of fruits and vegetables and so forth
Exactly.
in there, anything.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily one, although I wouldn't poo-poo it, to open up that can of mushroom soup. I don't think I think I did it once just to try out the recipe. Fresh mushrooms, anything fresh is gonna be better for you. So, but we do have some chipotles in adobo. So that is what we're gonna be putting in this marinade. And we have them right here in front of us. What we wanna do is chop up one of these bad boys. So you should have a little fork where you can grab one.
Okay,
And they're wonderful and soft. And they're gonna make a mess of our cutting board. And so just like you did the garlic,
uh,
I want you to do that with this.
okay,
So mince it.
okay.
Whoa, all the seeds and all. Now, I was thinking about this and was worried because I know a lot of you out there can't take the heat
Mhm.
and don't want the spice. So I actually did look it up,
Uh-huh,
and you could make a really cool smoky tomatoey marinade with tomato paste, maybe a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of smoked paprika. Hello. That would be really nice substitute for this,
uh-huh.
and it wouldn't have the spice, but it would still have that nice, deep, smoky flavor to it. That is what I will do. So I put that in. I might even go so far as to put a tiny bit of, I'm putting it in with my lime juice,
Okay,
and just scooping it up like we did. I need to wipe my hand off.
this one's
Yes.
messy.
You can always add more, doctor, if you like.
I do like the spice, but I think I'll stick to one for tonight.
So now we get to add 2 tablespoons of
Okay.
the adobo. So you've got a tablespoon there. This is half a tablespoon. So I'm gonna add in 4, lots of juice. But I was really pleased. Got 2.
So 2 of these.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna taste it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's hot. Oh yeah, this is gonna be some spicy, but I like it spicy. Now, before we forget, why don't we, I know it's not in the recipe, y'all, but I really wanted to maybe at the end add a little bit of cilantro. So maybe we could cut up a little bit of the cilantro now.
That sounds good.
Cilantro is always one of my favorite herbs. It's an herb, it's a spice. You can eat the
How did
whole
you clean your
thing.
board off like that. You
How
used,
did I?
use it.
Go ahead and use that. Yeah.
okay,
I did,
keeping it,
I used this,
okay.
which is fine.
And so you wipe your knife down too with that? Is that how you do it?
I did, I must have, I
You-
must
you-
be, I'm on
you
automatic.
just
I don't
do
even
some
know.
things you don't even. think
I don't
about.
even
Yeah,
think about it, I just do it.
Yeah,
You wanna give us another one? Thank you, darling. Just toss it, yay, here we go. I
okay.
just didn't really want to use that. Yeah, there's,
Yeah.
been doing it for a long time.
It's like in cardiology where there's just some
I
things,
bet.
where they're just become automatic. Okay, so
So you don't need to cut off a lot of the stem,
just like a
Taste
half
it.
inch or so.
just taste it.
Okay. Taste the stem.
Yeah.
Yeah, tastes good.
Loads of flavor.
Yeah.
Use the stem.
Hmm.
It's great in anything, especially if you're making a salsa or whatever, there's a
Mhm.
ton of flavor in it. I actually tried to get some today.
So are you using
Implanted.
the same technique again? that you
Kinda.
use in the-
Yeah, kind of wad it up and then it is a little trickier sometimes. But this works fine. Sometimes I'll wad it up like that, but oh my gosh, the chipotle smells divine. Not the sharpest knife in the world.
This is it's a nice way to add some green to some fresh
Absolutely.
green to our dish here.
I try to grow cilantro, it just doesn't work. But let it go to seed. Because you can eat the seeds. The
Uh-huh.
seeds from the cilantro are coriander. I mean, so you get a lot of bang for your buck when you're growing fresh cilantro.
Uh-huh.
Probably seen it, it just like parsley does, just goes to
Just-
seed,
Right.
and that's coriander,
Oh, interesting.
which is really cool and a wonderful, wonderful spice. So I've cleared out this little area.
We're gonna save this on the side for now.
Yeah, a little bit, you can put a little bit in your marinade,
Okay.
not too much, just save some. And I don't think we need to do anything else in our
I'm
marinade.
gonna put mine with yours. I don't.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll share, I'll
Okay.
share, I promise I won't take it all. And you have a towel, you need a clean towel, you
My,
can use
my,
this one.
my son reads Pete the Cat at nighttime and it says sharing's cool, so there you go. Sharing is cool.
Sharing is cool.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
I was trying to remember the specifics. Chipotle peppers or, any peppers, and I was surprised that even the smoked pepper has some incredible health benefits to it.
Hmm.
So who knew? I thought it was just regular peppers. I know they have tons of vitamin C. But the smoked chipotles are full of vitamins and nutrients and other stuff that helps your blood and, absorption. And
Mhm.
it was all kinds of really wild, healthy information that I didn't know about.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
peppers, more vitamin C than lemons and oranges.
Wow.
I
Because
know.
lemons and oranges and limes have good
Right.
amount of vitamin C.
They do.
Yeah.
Not as much as peppers.
Right.
So our marinade, now I think you need to cut up your, are you familiar with working with tofu? We want to get that in. And I don't think we have anything else to cut up really, except the, have you used it before? Do you know how you want, how do you want to cut it?
Uh-huh. But I'll
Oh, you
follow
want
your,
to
I'll follow
cut
the
it.
chef's.
So let
chef's
me
guidance.
give,
Yeah.
let me get half of that.
Okay.
So cut it up. And you definitely want to have the firm tofu.
Mhm. It's pretty.
And you don't want to cut it too thin. I say in fairly decent sized chunks. So I'm gonna cut it down like that. Because we don't want rubber, right?
Right.
Cut it down like that. And then I'm gonna cut it on an angle, so we have some triangles.
So we cut this into thirds.
Yes.
3 pieces, and then
This.
we just did a diagonal cut
Yeah,
into triangles.
Exactly. And you want to press it, or it won't break up. get some of that liquid out of it. And you could use that technically. All that's on there are all the ingredients
Right.
from the marinade. This one's getting a little bit wet. Do we have any more clean towels or paper towels? Go.
So this is an alternative protein source. It's soy-based, right? The American Heart Association recommends when it comes to protein sources, either having lean, if you are gonna have meat, a lean meat. Tonight, I guess we're doing the lean chicken.
Lean,
without it,
boneless,
with
skinless.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Chicken breast.
But
which
then
is
the
definitely
tofu
leanest.
is a nice alternative.
You have to be careful when you are switching your protein alternatives for the
Uh-huh.
vegetarian swap outs.
Yeah,
Because there's quite a few of them that are super duper high in sodium. So
Yeah.
make sure you read
which ones are you thinking of?
a
I
very
know-
famous one.
I know-
I don't know if I can say it, but they
But-
make everything. They're burgers,
Yeah,
sausages.
the burgers, that's what I was thinking of too, because the sodium, but also some of them can actually are packed with saturated fats.
Yeah,
Which
wow, that's
is,
another one.
which raises your
Yeah,
cholesterol
that's
levels, your LDL cholesterol levels, and we,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a good,
Here we go. We'll put that in your marinade.
thank you so much.
You're not gonna put chicken in mine.
So we can go ahead and throw it in now.
Yeah, maybe stir it up just a
Okay.
tad. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no, here's a spoon for you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That's a spoon your son would like.
Yeah,
Here's the last one. I did think it was weird that we, sort of dry off the tofu and then put it in a marinade,
that is a little weird. Yeah,
right?
but you're
It's like-
the chef, I'm gonna follow your guidance
Like,
here.
why are we doing that? Well, it's got a lot of liquid in it, so we're gonna get some of that liquid out and give it a new liquid that has some flavor to it. That's my guess. And I just got some plain old chicken breasts. I'm gonna go ahead and put those, that one I am definitely gonna cut in half. So mine says, I think, 1.5 pounds of chicken breasts. Now you can marinate this, let's say, overnight. I think it's too strong. I would not, in the lime juice base,
Too strong.
it would start cooking the chicken. And, lime, pineapple, fresh
Right.
ginger, they all have a component in them that kind of deteriorates the protein,
I see.
which
So
is kind of wild, yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's best to make it on the spot like we're doing tonight.
yeah. I made the mistake of marinating some gorgeous, very expensive shrimp overnight in lime and all kinds of stuff, and they were pretty disgusting the next day. I didn't know ginger, but you can still use ginger, just use dry ginger. Okay, so I'm contaminated. You are not,
Right.
but we can give our cutting boards to our friends here. I might need another knife. Careful.
Chef?
You're welcome. The blue was just for show, because I thought it was a nice contrast. I've got to wash my hands first. And I think you have some cool little vegetables to
Yeah,
bring out, right?
yeah,
Since
so,
we are moving on
Yeah,
while
yeah.
our,
I have some cool vegetables here, some fresh vegetables. He told me these are Mexican onions. We have tomato here, some great peppers over here. So I guess I could cut some of them up. I also have my son Asher, who's 2 years old. He has his vegetables that he gave to me to bring.
this is adorable. So
Yeah.
Asher is learning about fresh vegetables at 2.
Yeah.
And I think this is brilliant. I did the same thing with my kids. You've got to get them in the kitchen and you've got to get them, not, inhibited in any way. to experiment with vegetables. I know it was hard for me, but look at this adorable.
We have a
Green pepper.
green pepper here. It's got Velcro in the middle. Asher has his knife. He lent it to me for the show.
Loan is
And
all
then,
to
and
you.
then we can use our proper technique here.
Straddling is cool.
For this size and straddle, and we can open up the green pepper on the cutting board. But Asher's learning
Got
from
his
an
own
early
cutting
age.
board.
He likes to pretend cooking and make stuff for my wife and I. It's nice to see. So looking forward to eating this. I'm gonna put it on the stove now.
Okay,
So-
you're gonna cook it?
Yeah.
Does he have an oven and a whole like kitchen set at home?
Yeah, he does.
What else has he got over
We
there?
have some squash and we have some carrot.
Does the carrot also open up like that?
Yeah, because here's half of the carrot right there. Here's another half of the carrot.
Is he old enough to actually eat a carrot?
Yeah, oh yeah, he loves carrots. Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah,
Raw or cooked?
both.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
Yeah, that one, I think those are mismatched though, but yeah, this,
Looks
and
fine.
there's a mushroom,
Oh, I like mushrooms.
yeah.
That's cool. Now, seriously, has he eaten a mushroom yet?
Yes, cooked, yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
My son would eat nothing,
We,
but I love this.
so we like it, yeah, experimenting, we'll cook up all this stuff, stir it around, and it's, yeah, good to start early. I feel like,
Oh, yeah.
It's fun being here with you in the kitchen and like, when you're with your family, it needs to be a fun thing, get everybody involved, and
Yes.
start at an early age, so that's where.
Yeah, and make, everybody can participate. Like you could have Asher, you could give him the asparagus.
Uh-huh.
He could, even at 2, and you could just tell him you need them broken.
Breaking like that, yeah, that's,
He would love to do that. I think
yeah,
2 might be a little bit young for a knife, but
Right.
don't underestimate your children. They're smart. I never made the knives, I didn't want the children to be afraid of them. So I wanted to show them how to use them. It wasn't like a drawer that I made verboten,
Mhm.
because I think sometimes when you do that, that makes them even more curious and then they want to go in,
right,
right? Would you?
right.
I would. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be the first one in that drawer. Oh, I can't go in there. I'm going in there.
Exactly.
Put a big red button on it,
Right.
say, don't go here. Yeah, so I made it completely accessible. And same thing with the Tupperware and the pots,
Right,
I put it down so they could open up. I gave them cupboards that they could open up and pull everything out
yeah,
and play with.
yeah.
Tup-
good, yeah.
Tupperware was definitely their favorites. But yeah, we have some wonderful, so you can do this. I mean, this is wonderful. You're in the kitchen together. It's like snapping peas, but
Yeah,
nobody needs to snap peas anymore because there's,
this is a new trick I learned from you. I've always used the knife for this. I didn't realize you could just snap it.
you can just snap.
That's awesome.
Supposedly, that is where it snaps is the woody part. This,
So it has that added.
this is not the one you want. That one's woody for sure. Yeah, you want them to be
So,
snappy.
yeah, it's snapping, like, it kind of picks its own place where it snaps and you just.
But sometimes if you don't have time and you just want to do that, go ahead and cut it off. It's not the end of the world. But in terms of being with family and sitting at the
Yeah,
table
that's a.
or sitting at the floor, on the floor with the green beans or the fresh
Mhm.
peas, that's how I grew up,
Uh-huh,
opening up the peas on the floor
uh-huh.
forever.
Yeah, forever.
But I was
You
so
got it.
honored
Yeah,
to be the one, and I just wanted to be there. The
Mhm,
kids, they really just want to be with you.
mhm.
So give them something fun to do.
And now your daughter is a good cook too.
She's fast in the kitchen. She can just run circles around me. It's almost embarrassing. But another thing to remember to do is to always have some fresh vegetables placed out.
Yeah.
I learned that from my sister. I used to tease her all the time.
To
because-
snack on, just to have them there to grab.
Yeah, I mean, because I would be like, oh, do you want this, and, you know, do you want some of this? And how about some this? And they'd be like, no, no, no. So then I just didn't say anything, cut up the peppers, put out beautiful red, yellow peppers, or these gorgeous little, you know, you
Right.
can buy these little bags.
Right.
These are sweet and delicious, and they're colorful. So you I just started putting things out,
You can-
grapes,
Yeah, grapes, other fruits.
Cut
Now
up
it's gonna be
mango.
Summer watermelon,
right, a watermelon, and not nag them about it.
Yeah.
And
and they would just go for it. And start eating it.
I wish I'd known that a lot earlier. I'm a little slow, but you know, hopefully we can help other people. Yeah, these wonderful cherry tomatoes. Holy cow.
Mhm.
Are they not delicious and beautiful? Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
these look really good.
And we're gonna try to grill those and keep it intact, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Now, we wanted to talk about how beautiful and wonderful this marinade would be, or maybe we mentioned it, with a cauliflower steak, you know, and it would also be nice with portobello mushroom. I thought about
Yeah,
it, so
yeah,
you could
those-
really get that meaty entree umami
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, those could all go well on the grill during the summer. We have some
Exactly.
cauliflower here. How would you do it? You would just kind of slice it down the middle and
If I recall, they sliced it kind of on the this way.
Mhm.
I don't know. Wow, you want to
It's-
try it? All I know is it makes a mess. It makes a mess. Let's get this.
Yeah,
Let's get our grills on.
okay.
We need grills on. All right, I will get the grills on. We should have turned these on. We're too busy, about too busy. Blah, blah, blah. Get your grill hot. We've got a lot of grills happening here, right?
We have some tabletop grills here. You're putting it on high.
I'm putting it on high. And these are nicely oiled with magnesium. And we have both the gas and we have electric. What do you cook on at home?
Gas at home.
So this is why we have,
And we do have a grill too, like the grills.
oh, that's nice, like in the center.
Yeah, the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not everybody has a different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
And that's why in our kitchen, we have a little bit of everything, something for everybody. And this is our brand new, you know, we want everybody to feel comfortable and feel at home when they're here cooking. Okay, so our beautiful vegetables, they get a little bit of oil,
Okay.
so we
Some
can just
olive oil, which
drizzle
has
them with
health-
olive oil.
healthy fat there.
Olive oil is my favorite. And I think I've already used a million tongs. So we'll just stir that up a little bit, and I actually think we get to add a little bit of salt. Usually about 1/8 of a teaspoon is our standard operating salt. Sticking it in another pair of tongs. I lost my
Eighth of
tongs.
a teaspoon.
Oh, I've got some tongs. Oh, no. We need more tongs. Here, those are for you. Toss them up.
Okay, toss them
Oh, he's
up.
got some. Thank you, darling. This is why I have like, 12 sets of tongs at home. People laugh at me. Can never have too many tongs. So I think we've got some fresh cracked black pepper.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
from a cardiology standpoint, we use olive oil in place of other types of fats, like saturated fat that helps us lower our bad cholesterol levels or lower our LDL cholesterol levels. So that's something I'm always trying to do in my diet, use olive oil or avocados or
Avocados are
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
And they're actually full of fiber.
yeah.
I had no idea, but then when I thought about it, you've ever cutting up an old kind of one, and then you
Yeah.
look at it, it's got all of these fibrous
Right.
strains happening.
And in general, when we're having vegetables and fruits, we're getting a lot of fiber. So, right,
Mangoes,
that's
asparagus are particularly interesting. They're really super healthy. And one of the few vegetables I think that have potassium in it.
Mhm.
And it does amazing things for your blood and blood pressure. And I mean, these are all natural, heart healthy foods. I would say that the carrot is funny. Carrot's actually healthier for you cooked.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It does
a weird
soften up, like,
anomaly.
It does really soften up. It gets really tasty
Yeah,
cooked.
but of course, the best way to cook, we are actually doing one of the best ways to cook, because this by grilling, all of the good nutrients are staying in it and not in the boiling water. So, yeah, we'll try to stay away from, boiling your corn. Steaming and grilling, or even, sheet tray
Right.
in the oven.
You're
Those are wonderful.
So steaming is a good option too.
Steaming
I love
is the best.
steaming at home. Yeah, it's so quick and it really
fabulous.
helps hold the flavor. Yeah.
Cute, it's beautiful color, and so, yeah, if you can figure out a way to not, throw everything in boiling water, unless you're gonna drink the water. I don't know if I want to drink the water after I've cooked the corn, but yeah, I did try to bring you some corn today. I should have stopped at the, one of the roadside stands, because, that's another really nice, thing to grill.
Yeah, that is a nice, yeah.
And
that's
it's so
good.
pretty.
Right. Well,
This-
thank you. I feel like we have a lot of good stuff.
I think
here,
we
though.
do.
Thank you for organizing all this. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure. Now I'm just gonna turn these bad boys over a little bit,
Okay.
and maybe you
I'm
wanna
gonna
turn yours over carefully.
Mix mine up.
I
here
think
a
we've
little
got
bit.
some smoke happening behind us. Can anybody see some smoke? I'm seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Oh, yeah, it's smoking. It's smoking. Would you mind grabbing me a tray to put my chicken in and some more paper towels? I want to take the chicken out of the marinade. You think you were able to get enough on there carefully? Thank you.
Yeah.
A couple paper towels. I don't want too much of the marinade going on the grill.
Okay.
We really want it to be dry, because maybe you want to take yours out of there. Give Dr. Seth one too.
Thank you. So I'm gonna put
Because
this.
otherwise it poaches.
I'm gonna move it onto a tray like yours. Is that the?
And just try to dry it off a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Remember, it's this whole drying thing. Give him the big one. It's part of the second one. Yours, I'm gonna move your beautiful
Thank you.
veggies over here,
Thank you.
our side. This is my side. There you go. If you need a spatula. Whoa, that was a good knot. That helps at all. You want me to help you?
They are a little fragile.
Yeah, that looks like that, and they're not, it shouldn't be too fragile, because this is the firm, to the firm
They're
ones.
holding together.
Somewhere, I knew one was a little bit wonky. You need to spray them with oil. If they don't hold up perfectly, so what? Smells good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You get to save your, you might have to share your marinade. Mine is completely contaminated.
Okay, you can. Sharing is cool. So
Right,
yeah.
I like that. Sharing is cool. I'm glad you didn't say the other one, which is, I think I've heard it so many times. Sharing is cool sounds better.
This is a great marinade. So
Yeah, here's the one falling
that
apart.
one's falling apart.
Okay,
That's okay.
save you over there. Bad boy.
So
Thank you. There we go. Definitely need to pick those. Dry at the top. Okay. And I need more for mine, try mine off.
So we have our protein, we have our veggies.
All right.
So I'll put them over there.
Lock and load, you ready? Woo-hoo. Okay, it's gonna be some action here. Chef Seth,
Chefany, I hear that's what the insiders call it.
we have, and now we have another name for you. All right, all your tongs, you're gonna need these, that,
Thank you.
and our spray, tongs, voila.
Thank you.
You got one, okay, it's right there. That's that one.
Okay.
And the spray. You have spray in front of you. Okay, I'm scared. So we can go ahead and turn these guys down.
Down a little bit.
Oh,
So we started
yeah.
at high, now we're
We just oiled them, so
going to medium now.
just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
You always have to be careful when there is alcohol in your marinade. Right here.
Step,
don't want-
step back a bit from the stove.
Well, it could ignite, so just in case. I have my little handy dandy water bottle, okay?
Water, okay.
So chill out,
Uh,
We don't need a fire. I would spray the top of your. Spray the top of your. Now, remember, your tofu's already cooked. So you're really just going for the color. Right? A little bit of throw mark action. Spray the top of it a little bit.
okay.
Did you spray all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you can go ahead and put it on the griddle.
Okay.
Kind of
Flip it
Spread it
over,
out.
Flip it over onto that top.
the oil side, the
Yeah.
side that's oiled.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll all fit. We turned you down. We turned you down a little bit.
All
But
right.
I've got to speak up a little bit so everybody can hear us.
Can they hear us?
They will now because I got a big mouth. All right, I got all my chicken on.
So how do you, how long are we gonna grill for?
Really, we don't need to grill the tofu long at all. So we're just trying to get a little bit of color.
Right.
I like it.
I like it crispy.
It might be crispy. 3 to 4 minutes per side.
Okay.
And sometimes, the perfect grill marks, do the crosshatch thing. So now it's on.
All right, last one.
I want to burn it.
Okay.
So my chicken is gonna take a little bit longer,
Okay.
and some of it's thicker than others. Ideally, you want to cut your chicken in even, portions. So if you're feeling brave and you can multitask, start putting your vegetables on.
Okay. Let's go for it. So we'll put our asparagus.
The recipe said to put one asparagus this way and the other asparagus this way. Yeah, I don't think so.
I like how we have a lot of asparagus here. This is a good hefty portion of asparagus.
This is a lot. It actually said 3 bunches. But that's so subjective. I don't know how big a bunch it is. 3 bunches is a lot. Okay. All right, I'm getting some color. I'm gonna turn my chicken back up.
Okay.
You may want to check your
I'm gonna get the tomatoes on and then check the tofu.
that. And you can, when the tofu is finished, you can put everything back on that lovely platter.
Okay. turn?
You could turn it a quarter turn if it's settled, it's not sticking. Some of mine are sticking. Okay, my grill marks are not gonna be that gorgeous. I live. No judging. Hey,
Good
look
side.
at you.
Good
Did
drill
you
mark.
spray it the other side?
Oh, I did not do that.
Okay, that's all right. Let's spray the ones that you haven't done. It's smoking up the house. Okay, the fans go on. Now, I chose these lovely onions, Mexican onions, because spring onions are actually one of the healthiest vegetables, believe it or not. And the spring onion is closer to the original wild onion. So it actually has the most benefit for you.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you go into the sweet onions, you know those don't have all of that, they aren't the best, but they got all the sugar in them. So that's why I see a lot of recipes with scallions. Scallions in them.
Those benefits and they taste good.
Yeah. I love grilled onions.
The grilled tomatoes are quite good too.
Grilled tomatoes are the bomb. All right, turn things over
Yep.
on your,
Some things are falling off.
on
That's
your
okay.
veggies. That's okay. We probably could have put less on,
Right,
but then where's the fun in that?
right. And from a heart healthy standpoint, we want the more the better when it comes to this veggie.
And these are gonna be delicious.
So you put yours that way, I put mine this way. I think that's a good way to do it, the way you have it.
I just tried to fit them on.
What do you think? These tomatoes are ready?
Oh, yeah, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Oh, gonna turn this chicken over. All right, well, I haven't started the fire yet, so this is good. Oh, I got one that's beautiful. All right, two that are beautiful. Cooking with gas. This is good. Okay. Peas. Yeah, I'm dying to taste one of these. Asparagus.
Me too. These are looking good, they smell good. I think the tofu might be right.
Doesn't feel crispy. Want to spray it with a little bit? But you also don't want it to dry up.
But this is markdown.
Yes.
It has healthy fat.
Now, where's your marinade? Oh, thank you. This is what you want to put your tofu. Right? That's just, taste a little bit of your,
Marinade. Yeah.
with a little bit of that tofu.
That's the
I
benefit.
think, yeah, you get to taste it,
That's the benefit of going through the options.
right?
Yeah.
I think you have my marinade. Well, actually, some of these are looking pretty good. How are your, asparagus?
They're looking good. Can't wait to see.
Chicken's on high. They're coming. Mine are looking good. One needs to be tasted.
Nothing wrong with eating as you go, right?
Quality control.
Uh-huh.
You absolutely need to taste your food while you're cooking it. You need to make sure that it's cooked. That's nicely seasoned. Yeah,
Blow on it.
I did. Hot. Delicious. Right. All right. I think mine are Mine are pretty close to being done. I know mine. I don't like my onions. Too much, actually. Delicious. Perfect. All it needs is a little squirt of wine. It just needs a little bit of that marinade. Uh-oh. I saw that one. He got away. Are they cooked all the way?
Pretty good.
Just that?
I've been turning them over.
Okay. I figured when my chicken's done. Oh, put on here. How come it looks like so much less than it did before we started? That money,
It's interesting how like as the water comes out,
Right.
they drink some.
now I know why
That
it
happens.
said the cook free.
Right. It happens a lot with spinach. If you keep
Oh
on
my
spinach,
gosh.
they shrink so
Spinach,
small.
yeah, spinach turns to absolutely nothing. But we love it anyway. Some of these are not gonna be finished in time, but this one is. Make sure your chicken is 165 degrees. Cooked all the way through, shouldn't be any red juice coming out. Good. And always, if you have a meat thermometer, put it in the thickest parts first. I try not to cut everything open. It's always good to let your meat rest anyway, after you've done all this to it, before you cut it open. How are you doing?
Pretty well, I think.
So we did put you on low,
We went on low.
so maybe
So high.
go a little bit higher. Oh, there you go. Try that. Crank it up. Cranking it up a little bit on the tofu to see if we could get kind of a crispier coat on the outside.
While we're doing that, I can also share about our MTech Center, which is funded by the American
But
Artists
nobody can hear you though. You have to,
Okay.
we have to,
Oh, they can't hear us. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this and then I'll share.
okay.
It's okay, some of this is crumbling, but it's still gonna taste.
Fry a little bit in the marinade.
I didn't try any of them.
Turn that one off. So yeah, tell us about what's on your shirt.
Are we up here or over there?
We're everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, we have our MTech logo, our MTech shirt that stands for Mobile Technologies to Achieve Equity in Cardiovascular Health. And this is a health tech center funded by the American Heart Association. And we have a really awesome team working on this. But one of the things we're doing is building a virtual cardiac rehab program that allows people to participate in cardiac rehab in a more accessible way, not having to always come to the hospital. And this is so if you are someone or you know someone who's had a cardiovascular event, this could be a program that you qualify for. And part of when we think of cardiac rehab, it's
I'm listening.
a core component of its exercise, structured supervised exercise, and we call it rehab, but really it's a cardiac success program. But part of it's healthy cooking. It'd be fantastic if, as part of these programs, you learn more about an AHA diet and you take more control cooking at home. So this is what we're doing tonight is very much part of the kind of more holistic, comprehensive view of what cardiac rehab is. But yeah, we're building a really technology-oriented patient centered program
That's gonna be virtual,
it's virtual. meaning-
which is
so you
fantastic.
can, yeah, instead of coming to the hospital 3 times a week, you can exercise from home, but learn from home and really it's really about building those healthy habits and learning about not only the exercise and the medicines you're on, but really building a healthy diet into your lifestyle. So that's our MTech Center, and it's part of a network, a strategically focused research network that's funded by the American Heart Association. So
How do we find it?
we have information online on Hopkins website. We could share more.
So we can put that in
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
we can put that in the chat.
yep. We made a video about it, a cool animated video. We could share that too. So, yeah.
I love I think your yummy stuff is done here, so I'm gonna. No, probably want it a little bit crispier.
That would be good once we put that marinade on.
A little bit crispier than it was. Nice grill marks there.
Nice grill marks.
Well, what I love about what you were talking about is that it's virtual. And that's one of the, wonderful things that we started.
Yeah.
What was it, I guess, 2 years ago,
Right.
when we had to close the doors for everybody coming into the kitchen, which we love. And we are back to in person.
Yeah.
But it's a hybrid now, so we're gonna continue our virtual classes.
Yeah.
Because it is really a wonderful platform. People can cook together at home, people that might not be able to get out of the home.
It increases accessibility.
Exactly.
It allows.
Woo! Ha ha ha!
So.
Success.
You have the marinade.
There, I have your marinade right
Grab
here
This.
behind
This
you.
is looking good.
Boy, we
Can
spread
they-
out.
Can they see this well here?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
See
yes.
this?
Look at that. That's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous.
We have half the platter here is filled up with the asparagus and tomatoes and onions.
Here's
It's
your
looking
marinade.
Awesome.
Now, it definitely said that you were supposed to drizzle some more of your marinade
Nice.
onto it.
It's gonna give it that nice flavor.
Maybe we should put some on a plate. Taste it?
I've been looking forward to that for a while now.
He's like, well, it's about time. I'm starving. How about this way?
Thank you.
So start you off with some asparagus. Actually, you did a very nice job of styling your food without chefy here. I was very impressed.
This is impressive the way you're presenting it here.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
One more look at this guy. Watch. Sweets. Oh, you have some of this too, right? Would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, sprinkle on a little cilantro. Nice.
Oh. That is beautiful. Now, poor
Okay.
man needs a fork.
All right, and you need your plate.
Well, yes. I actually made these plates.
You made this plate.
They
Wow.
made that plate
That is.
long time, many moons ago. I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to put it on, so
That's cool. What is it made out of?
it's porcelain.
Porcelain.
Actually. Look at that. Ooh, look. Must still some of some years.
Please
There we
do.
go.
Please do. Look at that. So we have.
I adore roasted tomatoes. It's actually one of my most favorite things, and the onions.
Yeah.
And
It's
I need some
beautifully
cilantro.
presented. At least half of the plate there is filled with veggies, which is always a good thing from a cardiologist perspective.
And this was the good stuff. This one's yours, right? Okay, I think I'm done with that. Thank you. Sweet. Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. Okay, I know they want to get a shot of these, but you absolutely, we need to drizzle more than that, right?
Need a little more
Oh
drizzle.
my goodness. We need more drizzle. So, drizzle, drizzle.
Very nice.
I watched too much TikTok.
Oh,
it's a problem. But this is fabulous. I'm holding you hostage and not giving you a fork.
Thank you.
We do this in the Heart Kitchen every Thursday night virtually. Anybody can join and it's free and we have a lot of fun. Mondays were very special because they were for Hopkins, our friends at Hopkins Medicine. And
We're very
it's-
grateful to join you.
and it was a lot of fun, and I really hope you come back
Definitely, definitely.
with
And
me and, bring your 2-year-old and we can have a lot of fun.
I'm gonna share some of these learnings with my son and wife, and it's just great. It's been a pleasure being here. We're Hopkins has been a longtime friend of the American Heart Association in this kitchen. We're so lucky to have this kitchen in Maryland. I think it was the
Yeah.
first one of its
We are
kind.
the only
Yeah,
brick and mortar,
yeah,
kitchen
right.
for the American Heart Association. So yeah, it's really, and it's a beautiful kitchen. And it's intimate and we invite you here and it's like coming home. So when you come here, we want you to feel like you're coming home.
And learning
And
something
learning.
new. I feel like the learning just is a lifelong learning. Of
Can't stop learning.
Yeah, experimenting with different foods that you like, and as long as you have a lot of vegetables and lean proteins on your plate, you can't go wrong.
And try new vegetables.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, go out there and buy them, because if you don't buy them, they are not gonna be on the shelves. So, it's your fork, buy the asparagus, buy the jicama, try the, be adventurous, beets.
Yeah.
Don't poo-poo the beets. They're an aphrodisiac. Who knew? I mean,
You'll have to do that one next time.
I just read that in a book. I thought that was every wonderful, food and vegetable and herbs, especially, and spices. They all enrich your life and bring something to your health. They're turmeric, for example. They were all originally, medicinal.
Right. It's great to just
So
bring it in, mix it up, get all these colors and tastes and
take my classes so you know which recipes to make.
what's healthy and not healthy.
And travel the world with us. We don't just, we make food from all over the world. We were just making a dish from Ethiopia. We're going to be making an Indian dish, like paneer, vegetarian, vegan. So we really are trying to make a lot of, our recipes more plant forward, because meat is it's very expensive now, and we really want to kind of make that less dominant on our plate, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Fill the plate with vegetables. It looks prettier anyway. So have a bite. Have a bite. I'm having a bite,
Thank you.
man. Did we get a shot? I may not be able to cut this, but this is the good one, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, spicy. I love all the lime. And I love
Me
the
too. Yeah, I love the lime.
asparagus. All right,
How are people online? Are they eating theirs now? Enjoying?
I hope so. Now my mouth got full.
Or people will also watch later and do it? I hope you enjoy it.
Well, funny you should mention that, actually. We are really excited. Let me finish showing. All of our classes that we do online, thanks to our wonderful communications director, Wayne Carter, are on YouTube.
Thank you, Wayne.
You can, I know, it's really wonderful. So if you miss a class on a Thursday or a Monday or whenever we're doing the virtual, just go onto YouTube
Mhm.
and there you can watch it. So, and you can always find the recipes for all of the classes on Main Street. They're there. They're a little hidden, but they're in the calendar if you click on detail.
So the classes are freely available on the
Yeah.
YouTube link, and it's
Yes.
under Maryland HA Heart Kitchen or.
We're gonna drop a link in the chat.
Okay,
Thank you
link in the
so
chat.
much.
I'm gonna refer friends, family, patients to the link. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell your friends,
Yeah.
you can come in. And our in-person classes have just rebooted,
Uh-huh.
very small, talk about intimate. We're only doing 5 so we can socially distance. You know, if things stay on the up and up, let's hope. We used to do 12.
And hopefully you'll get back.
And
to that,
hopefully
yeah.
we will get back to that, but right now it's 5 and it's Monday nights. We have a Tuesday afternoon from 12 to 2. So I put a whole bunch of them out there. The schedule's up there. If you go to our website, that's Wayne's putting in there. But this has been a really fun month meeting all of the cardiologists at Hopkins, and it's just opened my eyes that y'all are so cool. I got white coat syndrome, just thinking about it, you know, but you know,
Yeah.
listen to your doctor. They're cool, you know, and you know, tell everybody to join in, and
Yeah.
if y'all want to come in and have a class, just you and the docs. I would be honored.
Thank you. I hope to be back.
I hope you're coming back.
It's just, you're so welcoming, and it's such a environment. We made some really tasty food.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that
A
one.
lot of greens and some leaves.
Not gonna do it on camera. I can't chew. But
But
yeah, I
thank
mean,
you
beautiful.
Thank you so much for hosting. Thank you for organizing. It's, it takes a lot of, this is
Anytime.
an awesome recipe and ingredients and so forth. So I hope everybody enjoys it, and
I
we'll
appreciate that.
definitely be making it again.
And I hope everybody remembers, you know, all the other wonderful things you can do with the marinade. You know, try the cauliflower steak.
Right.
I really wanted to try
Really
that.
good.
Try the corn. I mean,
Yeah.
once you have a good base marinade, sky's the limit. And have a wonderful holiday. And on that note, namaste. Thank you so much. This was wonderful. Great month. Y'all have a nice holiday. I guess
Have
we're.
a great holiday.
Can you believe it's almost June?
And get some exercise too.
Yeah,
Go
let's
out
get
for
out.
some heart healthy walk in.
Get out and
Yeah.
walk. I'm working on that. So I'm gonna go to your site and have them talk to me about hush.
After you eat your delicious meal, go for a family walk, or, walk the dog or whatever it is outside, right?
Yeah, waddle the dog. We're both gonna go waddling. Thank you so much. I
Thank
have to
you.
give you a hug if you don't mind. Yes. Really appreciate it. Mwah. Without further ado, everybody bye. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much for being here in the Heart Kitchen, and I hope to see you back real soon. Okay? Be good to yourself. Ciao.